Hey guys, Connor here with Chrome Designs, and thank you so much for watching this video. Today we have episode 3 of my YouTube background design layout tutorial, whatever you want to call it. And basically today is going to be designing a third background for the series. Today's actually, I'm actually not going to be working on a part in the background. A lot of you have been requesting that and I completely understand. So we're actually not going to be working on something with a banner at the top, so we're going to kind of take it down a notch and just be on a standard layout, and this is something that I'll quickly come up with. This is what it's going to somehow look like. It's kind of like the theme. This is not going to be what I want to create because in fact I don't actually like it that much. I'm not too keen on it. It looks a bit too messy, not a bit of construction. But anyway, we'll go ahead and I'll try and improve that in the actual one because I thought the longer I take on that, the more perfect it'll be. And then I always come up with something beforehand, it'll be better than what I actually do in the tutorial. So hopefully if I don't actually do it originally, I've got nothing to compare it by, and therefore it'll be a lot better. Yeah, if that makes sense. But anyway, before we get started, you can skip this bit if you want. But I've been struggling for a lot of tutorial ideas recently, because I've been requesting quite a few things, I've been asking, and I haven't been getting a lot back. I've been getting a few. So basically, if you guys have any tutorial suggestions, go ahead and follow me on Twitter or Facebook, or post in the comment section below for an example of a tutorial that you want to see. Be specific, give links if you want. If you ever see something you're like, oh, I want how to do that, oh god, I wonder how he did that, you know, link me it. Don't YouTube messages because I do not read them anymore purely because of the spam that I receive. So don't bother sending me that. Post in the comments or follow me on Twitter or Facebook because I pretty much read it. Well, I do read everything on there, Twitter especially. So go ahead, hit me up on there, and hopefully we can get something that works for you. And obviously, if you like it, you won't be just the only ones. It'll obviously help a lot of other people out there as well. So we're killing a lot of birds with one stone. But anyway, without further ado, we'll get started, shall we? This is the YouTube background template design. This is the new layout. I'll go and delete this vignette thing going on here. Background, I'm just going to create, turn off colour and make a gradient overlay. I'm going to make it radial. I'm going to reverse the black and white. I'm just going to drag it up a little bit, just so it's at the top-ish where the text would actually be. Change the angle down to about 70 maybe. 70, that's looking okay. And it's a bit too light for my liking, so I'll take it to a white, just down to a grey, just so it's a nice subtle kind of gradient going in from the edges here. Whatever floats your boat. Mid-tone grey will do okay. Okay, and okay. Sorry about that. So we've got that all sorted. In fact, I'm going to take the module, and I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave it for now. So I'm going to make a new layer, and we're going to get this text. Now, I don't know what you guys want, whether you want me to do text on Cinema 4D, maybe import it in the future. So I'm going to ask that now. But for this tutorial, I'm making some basic 3D text in Photoshop. A lot of you probably would already know how to do this, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. We'll go ahead and type Chrome Designs. Change the font. I want to use the font Bank Gothic. And I'm going to change the size to about 100. And I'm going to change this spacing to negative 150, like so. There we go. That is looking good. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to leave it there for now while I do this bit. We're going to go ahead and make it 3D, like so. Zoom out, and I'm going to go ahead and I've said go ahead loads of times now. Anyway, we'll go ahead. I'm really joking for this bit. Yeah, so we'll make the bottom colour greenish, a dark green, kind of slimy, not really nice, and the light more of a pungent green, like so. That's looking good. Okay, and let's go ahead and make it 3D. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Buzz. We'll duplicate that on the bottom one. We'll go ahead and go Control T, and if you hold Shift and Alt and drag from the top corner and drag it inward, you'll see that it kind of creates another, it indents the text to give a 3D kind of effect, like so. And that's looking good. And obviously you want it to be a little bit more, so duplicate it again and go on the bottom layer and just repeat the process. We'll go and, wrong keys there, and drag it in once more for good luck. There we go. Okay, so that's that. So we'll go ahead and merge them two layers. Rasterize and merge. And I'm going to go to on the blending options, I'm going to color overlay, and I'm going to change the color to black, and I'm going to lower the opacity down to about 70%, just so you can, in fact maybe a little bit more, 50, just so you can see a little bit of the green behind it. There we go, so that's okay. So I'll go ahead and select both of these, drag it down 90 degrees, hold shift so it's accurate, and make it just here, just along the side. As you see, obviously the gradient actually alters, so I need to change the way of that. I believe it's going to be 180, yeah, just so the dark colours at the bottom are looking good. In fact, on this top layer that we just had open, now make sure it's the top one, go to inner glow, change the blend mode to overlay, and change the colour to white. And that'll basically highlight some points of the text. You maybe lower the size down as well, just a little bit to 2, just so you kind of get more of the outline, or if you want it to be in the middle, have it 10, you know, so whatever you want. I'm going to stick with something about 3, that is good for me. Obviously remember, everything in this tutorial you can change the way you want, I'm just letting you know it's there pretty much, and you can follow me if you want, but as I said, it's your choice. Go ahead and make an outer glow on the back layer, change the colour to black. Okay, and we'll increase the size as well along with it, just so it adds a bit more depth to the text. It kind of makes it stand out 3D-ish more so, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, we've got a basic text going on, and that looks quite sleek and clean the way it is. But we're going to go ahead and really grunge it up, like so. So to do this, we're going to go and we're going to be using a lot of brushes. Now the brushes, I will put a link, they're all in my graphics pack, so you can go ahead and download my, I think it was my 8K, bloody hell, 8K, that was a long time ago. My 8,000 subscriber graphics pack, and all the brushes are linked in there, and I've still used the same ones. I don't think I've downloaded any since then, so I'll go ahead and put that in the description, download them if you want. You'll be able to see what ones I'm using. I don't have a clear idea what I'm going to use yet. I'll just see, and you know, whatever takes my fancy. So let's go ahead and make a new group anyway, and I'm going to call this Splat, capitals, Sport, I'll spell it wrong, doesn't matter. Create a layer in that, like so, and I'm going to go to brushes, go sideways, and these are all my brushes here. I don't even know what half of them are, so going to be a bit of trial and error. I think Addy Splat was quite a good one. Okay, I think this one I was just on. Yeah, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and change the colour to a kind of greenish, like so, and you can just literally spam these however you want. Change it up as well. Don't use the same one all the time. Get a really nice thick grunge kind of pattern behind it. Maybe not more of a sponge like that, but yeah. Go ahead and spam them about. Obviously, you can use different brushes if you have them. I'm actually going to change lower this layer behind the module so it doesn't actually come on top of the white. Obviously, you can use separate layers if you want, but I'm going to trust myself and use my first instinct, and hopefully they'll all be alright. So maybe a new layer. I like to make a new layer probably about every 10 splats or so, just so it doesn't completely clog down the side. Aggressive tattoo, you know, you can add some original things in here. Like so. Lower the opacity down, get some nice kind of funky things going on. For example, this is a kind of a grunge. No, I'll leave the one at the top. This is a grunge kind of background, so everything that you do, I don't think it will really look out of place, unless it's like cleanish or it doesn't go with the feel. But like I said, this is a nice messy kind of look, so just spam everything you want on, and probably the more random it is, the better it'll look as well. Just by I've got these lightning strokes going on here. Ooh, these are too big. That's what she said. We could go ahead and, is this a new layer? This is a new layer. So go ahead and put that in there, and we're going to Control T, and I'm just going to change it round this way, just so we've got some nice lightning text coming out, and that looks pretty cool, pretty suave, eh? I'm in a pretty random mood. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Oh, I wish I had a pound every time I said that word. I wish. Trying to find some brushes here, maybe not the most organised. Double grunge circles, you know. Get some circles in here, eh? That would look good. That's another thing I like to do. I like to just spam and then Control Z, spam and then just kind of see what looks good. I'll leave it with that. And lower the opacity as well. Okay. So that's looking good for mainly most of the brushes, I believe, for the side. One other thing, what you can do is make a new layer and a final. I'm going to make some dots. So just going to go to basic brushes and OK. And click the size to however you want. This is going to be a bit too big. I'm going to use probably be around the 50 mark, 60, 50. And OK, hardness I'm going to put on 100. You can have it on 0 if you want, you know, it's whatever you want. But I'm just going to go to this tab down here. If you don't have that brush selection option, just go to window and make sure you've got brush selected. So then you got this, we're going to go to scattering, and the scattering I'm going to add all the way up to, I think that's 1000%. I'm going to have the count on minus, maybe go to some shape dynamics, add some size jitty, get some random sizes going on, and as far as everything else is concerned, that looks okay. I'm going to add a color dynamics as well, and I'm going to change the color from here to a nice vibrant green, and I'm going to change the brightness jitter down just a little bit, and hopefully this should give us a different variations of green as it does. Yeah. There we go. What about if I go all the way up? Got some nice dark ones going on. So add the brightness jitter somewhere in the middle. That looks okay for me. Obviously, change it if you want. Have it all the way to get some really dark circles in there. Yeah, so whatever floats your boat. So we'll go ahead and just draw some of these in, like so. I don't want these actually too claustrophobic because I didn't actually like it. I thought there was too many last time. But yeah, there we go. That's looking okay. So maybe make this overlay. Oh, maybe make the layer style overlay. Is that looking good? Nah, I don't like that. Not at all. Maybe just have it normal and just lower the opacity. Yeah, that's okay. That is okay. One final thing that would maybe just improve and add to the grunginess effect. To make a new layer on the background tab, and we go to make the colors black and white here for now, and go to filter render, and I'm going to render some clouds like so. And if you just make this basically overlay, it will appear in the grey sections, kind of where the text is going to be, and I'll just highlight some things and add to the whole messy feel. But another thing that I actually just kind of figured I was working on earlier is if I put this to the very top, so it's basically on top of everything in the project, and I set it to overlay, it would overlay onto everything, which gives a good effect, and also on the text as well. So you get some kind of displays, kind of different colours going on there, which may look quite cool. But another thing, if I went to hue and saturation, and I had the hue and saturation at the top, and I just went to colorize, you can see that everything there immediately makes a more kind of solid feel, which I've seen quite a lot about, especially in kind of Call of Duty backgrounds and that actually gives a quite a nice effect, makes it kind of all the same old, and maybe looks a little bit less tacky than that from the vibrant green. So I actually quite like that, and obviously once you've done all that, you know, you can change the colour. If you do it and you don't like it and you want red, go ahead and change it if you want pink or blue, but it looks quite cool. But just say you want it with green or something, you know, you can keep it like that, which looks quite cool, in my opinion. Or if you click this little black and white circle down here, it will lay on just to the cloud. So basically it will change the black and white clouds to black. I'm getting a text. The black and white clouds to black and green, which again, if that's what you want, you know, go ahead. But in my eyes, I think that looks the best. It gives a more kind of clean feel. You can change it whatever colour you want, as I said, and also you can lower the opacity down as well. So it does say that's a bit too much and a bit too all the same. So you lower it down, maybe get more hinted out texts and kind of embosses it a little bit more, and obviously 0 going to be to what it was. So you can find the right opacity and the right mix between the two and come up with a perfect background for your liking. But judging on the basis of that is pretty much it. Apologies. What you can do is you can just copy that over, all the brushes and everything, back over to the right hand side and get the same, the text going down the other way just by transforming it. I'm not going to spend an extra 5 minutes doing that, because I'm sure most of you know how to do that. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it. Also, I'm thinking about doing a clean kind of normal background next. But like I said, if you have any tutorial suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook. In fact, you don't even have to follow me, you can just post on my wall or tweet me if you really want, if you don't want to follow me. And just say what you want to see, give an example if you have one, and it'd be great. And I'd love to go around and actually help people in exactly what they want to do, because I don't really know what you guys want. So yeah, you can do that. And like I said earlier, if you want something, if you want to know how to do something, you will not be the only one that wants that. So you could be the voice of other people, and you could help out a lot of people on this channel that are maybe looking to strive to create something, and that'd be great. So as far as that's concerned, in fact, one last thing while I'm looking at it, I'm getting a bit OCD. Main body, and maybe change this to black just to increase the appearance of it for now. So yeah. There we go. There we go. I don't even like that. But anyway, that's all from me, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I've been Connor with Chrome Designs. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if this helped you at all. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully in a few days or a week or so. Hopefully not longer than that. But yeah, until then, goodbye.